Ever wonder why your steakhouse bill looks like a luxury meal but tastes like takeout beef? It comes down to a trap buried right in the menu design. Certain chains rely on showy bone-in cuts, fancy butter upcharges, and ambiguous sourcing to make you think you're getting prime. We're breaking down 13 big names, who to avoid, and who still care about authenticity, aging, and real flavor in every bite. Number 1. Sizzler. You think Sizzler's giving you a deal? Grilled steak, salad bar, and that all-you-can-eat setup that looks easy on the wallet. But the value disappears fast once you break down what's actually on your plate. Most of the steak experience comes from filler sides, pasta, bread rolls, and endless carbs designed to make you full before the meat hits the table. The core trick is volume over quality. Sizzler relies on bulk pre-cooked cuts that are portioned and reheated, not freshly trimmed or marbled. According to consumer panels, the cuts often lose moisture twice, once in transport and again under the grill line, so diners end up paying steakhouse prices for what behaves more like cafeteria beef. Even the pricing formula hides how much edible meat you're getting. Thin steaks sit beside buffet fare, letting the cost spread across the plate, not the protein. Bottom line, that affordable steak night becomes a subsidy for starches and shortcuts. Skip the buffet model and spend the same money on a single fresh-cut steak from a local kitchen. Number 2. Golden Corral. Golden Corral built its empire on all-you-can-eat steak nights that make luxury look cheap. You walk up to that carving station expecting a deal, but the real math happens behind the counter. Those steaks are smaller, thinner, and lower in fiber, yet they're glazed with rich butter sauce that hides the dryness. Sitting under heat lamps, they appear fresh when they're really just warmed over cuts stretched to look premium. The problem is, abundance tricks the brain. You think unlimited options equal value, but mass reheating flattens every bit of tenderness a good steak should have. Research shows most buffet steaks never touch a fresh grill. They're pre-cooked and held, losing both flavor and feel. Even so-called premium upgrades like sirloin or ribeye tack on extra cost without any new depth and taste. What you pay for in bulk, you lose in bite. Buffets spread the cost across bread and sides, not beef quality. True value comes from fewer, fresher cuts cooked right when you order them. Number 3. Outback Steakhouse. You might trust the Aussie theme to mean rugged authenticity and top-grade beef, but the truth is, most of that rustic charm stays on the walls. Behind the scenes, Outback depends on a system built for speed and uniformity, not fresh butchery. Many cuts are pre-seared before they ever reach your plate, losing moisture and flavor long before your first bite. That ensures a consistent look, but it also means you're paying full price for less tenderness. The menu names work the same game. Terms like ribeye special or blooming butter cuts sound handcrafted, yet the cost often hides in weight and toppings. Those bone-in options include plenty of inedible mass, and the sauce upcharges push the illusion of premium value. Even cooking accuracy suffers under rigid corporate guides. Medium rare orders often come out medium well, robbing the steak of its texture and juices. Outback sells atmosphere over craftsmanship. The fix is simple. Choose a local spot where marbling grades are listed clearly, and the cook actually listens to how you want it done. Number 4. Logan's Roadhouse. At first glance, Logan's Roadhouse looks honest. Straightforward steaks, peanuts on the floor, a touch of Midwest charm. But look closer at the bill and you'll see the real story hiding under the butter crust. The Roadhouse flavor sells you premium compound toppers and fancy rubs as if they're part of the meat, when they're really just smart marketing. Those glossy butters flavored with garlic or herbs sound special but can quietly double your check before dessert. Here's the truth. Fat-based flavor hides flaws. A lower marbled cut tastes fine once it's drenched in melted butter and salt, so diners stop noticing if the beef's quality slips. Every sizzling sound and buttery drizzle distracts from the simple texture test that reveals real tenderness. It's performance dining, powered by sodium and fat, not sourcing. So, when you eat at places like this, skip the add-ons. Order your steak with a clean rub and plain sides. If the flavor stands on its own, you're paying for quality, not camouflage. Number 5. Black Angus Steakhouse. Black Angus sells you a story before it sells you a steak. The name itself sounds like a nod to ranch heritage. Open pastures, hand-cut beef, and old-school skill. That image convinces diners they're eating something tied to Western tradition. But here's the truth. The beef doesn't come straight from local ranches. It's routed through mass distributors who handle everything from transport to trimming. So the heritage on the menu is more memory than practice. Without in-house dry aging, quality control slips to whoever processed the meat first. That means flavor can vary wildly from one plate to another, even in the same location. True dry aging deepens texture and tenderness, but outsourcing that step leaves the results uneven. You might pay for prime, but what lands on the grill often tastes tired. The nostalgia runs deep, but the craftsmanship doesn't. Before you order, ask where the beef is aged and for how long. A real steakhouse shows proof of process. Black Angus hides behind the logo on the door. Number 6, Bonanza Steakhouse. Bonanza calls itself comfort food for families with decor that leans on hometown charm. But when you look beyond the slogans, the steak tells another story. Most cuts here are par-cooked in large batches, then held under heat lamps to survive the dinner rush. That process saves time, but drains moisture, leaving meat that's more chewy than satisfying. Buffet heating is the real culprit. Once an acceptable steak hits the holding pan, it keeps cooking, squeezing out juices and taste. By the time you reach the serving line, texture is gone. The steakhouse label on the sign becomes more of a decoration than a description. A true steakhouse cooks to order. A buffet just maintains supply. That difference shapes your experience. You expect a custom grill, but what you get is assembly line service disguised as value. The fix is simple. Go where every steak is seared on demand and temperatures are listed openly. Freshly cooked beef delivers what buffet efficiency never will. Real flavor for the money. Number 7. Ponderosa Steakhouse. Ponderosa sells the promise of a classic Western feast. Big steaks, rustic decor, and hearty tradition. But that heavy bone-in look isn't just for show, it's part of what you're paying for. The total weight on the menu includes the bone itself, which means your 16-ounce steak might deliver far less edible meat than you think. That hidden math inflates the ticket while the plate looks full. Restaurants like this rely on the optics of size. A thick bone gives the illusion of abundance, and the menu's rich descriptions reinforce it. Add a signature butter swirl or dessert bundle, and the dinner feels premium, though the actual beef portion hasn't grown an ounce. You're paying for volume cues, bones, glaze, and side theatrics that magnify the show but not the value. It's all psychological framing. The plate looks generous, the decor whispers quality, but the meat tells another story. You're paying for appearance, not eating power. The smarter move is to focus on edible weight and clear-cut descriptions before you order. Now we shift to what's actually safe. Number 1, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Ruth's Chris is one of the few steakhouses where control, not chaos, rules the grill. Its signature broiler system runs at carefully measured heat, reaching the same high temperature every service. That precision matters because marbling, the fat web that gives beef its flavor, melts best under steady heat. Go too long and you lose the tenderness that defines a premium cut. Overcooking ruins expensive beef faster than any bad seasoning. Ruth's Chris protects against that by staying strict on temperature, usually pulling steaks at a reliable medium rare point where juices stay inside. Even the butter finish served sizzling isn't an added charge. It's integrated into the recipe to lock moisture rather than mask flaws. Kitchen staff follow exact timing charts and log temperature checks to prevent inconsistency. Training includes broiler calibration and plating at heat, not delay. That kind of discipline costs more, but it saves the flavor. You're paying for technique, not theater. And that's the safer kind of value you can actually taste. Number 2, Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse throws people off. It's loud, full of line dancing, and looks more like a bar night than a serious steakhouse. Here's the surprise. This chain hand cuts its steaks in-house every day. Nothing comes pre-portioned or shaped by a supplier. That control over the grain and thickness builds real consistency. So what you order is what you actually get. You expect chaos in a place that's busy, yet precision is built into the routine. By cutting their own meat, they reduce waste and make pricing honest down to the ounce. You're not paying for bone weight or fat trims passed off as size upgrades. The only spots where costs creep up are the side dishes. A baked potato here, a loaded salad there, which means the steak stays fairly priced. Unlike chains chasing spectacle, Texas Roadhouse limits pricey Wagyu or giant bone-in cuts. That keeps its menu rooted in function, not flash. Reliability beats luxury every time. You get a steak cooked to spec without gimmicks, and the value lands on the plate. Number 3, Morton's The Steakhouse. Morton's looks like a corporate steakhouse built on polish and prestige. You walk in expecting brand luxury, not necessarily real craft. But here's the difference. Morton's reputation actually rests on technique. The chain still treats dry aging as essential, not optional. It runs controlled programs, sometimes in-house, sometimes through trusted suppliers that hold beef at precise humidity and temperature until enzymes break down fibers naturally. That process gives flavor depth you can't fake with butter or seasoning. The front line matches that kitchen rigor. Servers are trained to describe marbling grades and answer where each cut comes from. You're not just reading a marketing story, you're hearing the cooking facts. Even the grading labels stay accurate because the brand enforces consistency through audits and long-time supplier relationships. Yes, Morton's charges extra, but at least the price connects to verifiable standards. The payoff isn't theater, it's structure. You get a steak aged, trimmed, and cooked under oversight from start to finish. That's corporate luxury done with discipline, not decoration. Number 4. Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar. Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar takes a different approach to fine dining. It blends classic steakhouse grounding with structured wine pairing, a setup that looks fancy on the surface but runs deeper in execution. Many guests expect inflated prices for presentation, yet Fleming's separates itself by designing pairings through flavor chemistry, balancing tannins, fat content, and texture so each bite sharpens rather than dulls the next. Their steaks, whether filet or ribeye, hold the spotlight without being masked by showy sauces. Every pairing works with the meat's natural oils and juices, not against them. The staff is trained to explain why a given wine complements a cut, which reinforces knowledge over gimmick. Transparency runs through the whole format. Menus often note how aging partners handle sourcing and how each cut reaches its marbling grade. That openness builds trust for diners who want premium without pretense. Fleming's delivers measured luxury through honest flavor alignment. For mid-premium spenders, it's proof that precision and clarity can elevate a meal more reliably than spectacle ever will. Number 5. The Capital Grille. The Capital Grille sits on every corner of big city dining, and at first glance it feels like standard corporate polish. Slick menus, glass wine cases, and a steady stream of suits. But what keeps it from falling into the usual chain routine is what happens behind the doors you don't see. Each location runs its own dry aging room, where beef rests for consistent, measured periods. That slow process builds texture and depth that pre-packed cuts never reach. Chefs here aren't boxed in by rigid templates. They're given real control over how each steak hits the grill, watching heat and time instead of following a stopwatch chart. That freedom keeps temperature accuracy on point, so medium rare stays medium rare across a full dinner rush. Even the sides keep restraint. Flavor comes from fresh prep, not layers of butter or glaze hiding bland meat. The result is rare for a large-scale chain. Quality that scales without losing integrity. It proves that corporate consistency, when handled right, can protect real steakhouse authenticity. Number 6. Peter Luger Steakhouse. Peter Luger stands as the straightforward benchmark for how steakhouse values should look. The operation stays grounded in direct sourcing and USDA prime standards, choosing not to hide behind chain-style marketing. It's one of the rare places where the menu mirrors the kitchen. Simple listings, clear prices, and cuts that arrive by exact weight, not inflated by bone or side theatrics. Steaks here are aged in-house under strict time control, never outsourced for convenience. That lets the kitchen track texture and depth with real accountability. There's no need for gilded sides or signature sauces. Flavor rises from proper dry aging and precise heat handling. True grill discipline means every piece hits the table cooked evenly, not drowned in butter gloss. What separates it is transparency. You see the age, the grade, and the result, all aligned. No bone showmanship, no menu illusion, just proof that honest steak doesn't need disguise. Peter Luger shows that integrity on the grill outlasts any buffet spectacle or inflated corporate charm. The real steakhouse scam isn't overcooked meat, it's distraction. Menus push your eyes toward bone weight, fancy butter, and showy toppings, so you forget how little edible steak you're buying. Cuts like tomahawk steaks look impressive but charge by total weight, not actual meat. That's how restaurants inflate cost while hiding flavor loss under garnish and sauce. Here's the truth. Always calculate flavor per ounce, not price per plate. You're paying for edible seasoned beef, not a spectacle of bones. Stay alert to hidden menu tricks. Subscribe now and learn where genuine value still lives when you order your next steak.